So who's going first?
Well, the thing that I wrote down is so related to our conversation we were having just before recording. Accept the eternal fact that God's Son is not guilty.
Mm,
And I love that for everything, pretty much. It sums up, when you're blaming anyone for anything and shaming myself for anything. And yeah, God's Son is not guilty.
No.
mm,
Mine was, if you offer love, it will come to you because it is drawn unto itself.
Mm.
mm.
And I
Nice.
got on the call today, and there were certain clients that I knew were going to be um, difficult to work with, reactive and difficult, and I thought, it's going to be a long day. I think, God, I don't even know how many clients I saw today. I saw like 7 clients today, so it was a really long day. And one of the things that I I did was remember that if you offer love and you show up in as love and well intended, well, I always show up well intended for my clients, but to always like choose to see the spirit in them and love that aspect of it, it becomes effortless. Like I feel great. I've got energy right now. Whereas, most of the time, if you've listened to 7 people's deepest, darkest strifes and struggles, you get a little drained. I don't feel drained at all.
Yeah.
So it was good. It was good. It's a good reframe on coaching.
Mm.
And mine was he deserves only love because he has given only love. Um, and I don't know whether it's because my man's away in Mongolia or not, but when we talk on the phone or have a video chat or what have you, or he just sends me a message, just love. It's just pure love that he's sending me. And it's just beautiful. It really is.
Well,
He sent
when,
me a
when
lovely
you're,
photo, a photo of himself last night, and then had underneath it, "I absolutely love you." So
oh,
I sent one back, poking my tongue out, like. But
uh,
yeah, it's just, and I know that he's missing home and what have you, but his his approach to the things that he says is quite different.
it's really interesting how when the distractions of your everyday life are taken away and you place yourself in a much more isolated, a much more
Mm,
challenging environment, how your values begin to start to become front and center.
yeah.
And so you could feel really honored by that, darling,
Mm,
because you're the one that's foremost in his mind as he's doing this trip. And
mm,
that's a really beautiful thing. It's very recentering, I think, for him and
mm.
for you. And it's
I think he
awesome.
misses. I think he misses our bed more because he's sleeping in a swag on the ground and has to move rocks out of the way and what have you to make it a bit more comfortable. But yeah, it's the bed and me. I'm happy with that. I'm in the top three.
Well, I'm happy for you, Linda. There's nothing like being in a relationship where you're adored.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one
And
of
so he
the,
should too. I mean, look at me. Hello.
Right.
no, damn.
Absolutely right.
That's exactly right. Shall we start?
Shall we
Okay.
start? I'll leave them.
I think we're up to number 4, weren't we?
I think. Not 100% sure. I'm bound
Well,
and determined to get a new one today.
with all my scribblings here, I think we're up to number 4.
Mm. One moment, caller. There we go. How's that?
It's pretty
Everyone
good.
see that?
Yep. Wunderbar.
Okay, here we go. We're on number 4.
Yep.
Are we? I thought we were up to number 3.
Oh.
No, we did number 3.
Okay.
But we can go through number 3 again if you want to.
Roll it back to number 3, Coralie. I want to see if we did.
Okay.
I should look at yourself in. Did we read that?
Well, I've got the scribblings in my book to indicate that we have, but it's a
Okay.
lovely paragraph. So if you want to do it again,
I'll go ahead and do it again just to get us refreshed on the subject.
sure.
Yeah.
As you look upon yourself and judge what you do honestly, you may be tempted to wonder how you can be guiltless. Yet consider this: you are not guiltless in time, but in eternity. You have sinned in the past, but there is no past. Always has no direction. Time seems to go in one direction, but when you reach its end, it will roll up like a long carpet spread along the past behind you and will disappear. As long as you believe the Son of God is guilty, you will walk along this carpet believing that it leads to death, and the journey will seem long and cruel and senseless, for so it is. God,
Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah.
I do
Mm.
too. I remember it now. Yeah. And that is the gospel truth.
Mm.
You could spend all night on that paragraph, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that one says, you are not guiltless in time, but in eternity, which presupposes you're guiltless in, you're not guiltless in time, but in eternity. Yeah. So that presupposes that you're guiltless in eternity, but you can do things that are really bad in time.
Mm.
And then it says, you have sinned in the past. And then it goes, there is no past. Always, which is sort of a universal quantifier linguistically, it says, always has no direction. So nothing is always. Time seems to go in one direction. When you reach its end, it will roll up like a carpet and spread along the past behind you. I love that. Time seems to go in one direction, which is behind us. As long as you believe the Son of God is guilty, you will walk along this carpet believing that it leads to death. Yeah. Isn't that so true? And the journey will seem long, cruel, and senseless, for so it is.
Mm.
Do we have any questions about that? I kind of don't, but does anyone have any questions?
No, I think it's quite true.
Yeah.
And how often do we bring up the past?
Yeah.
Too
Every
often.
freaking day.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the time.
Hmm.
It's how we think we know each other.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, that is true.
Who'd like to read number 4?
Okay. I'll do that. The journey the Son of God has set himself is useless indeed, but the journey on which his Father sets him is one of release and joy. The Father is not cruel, and his Son cannot hurt himself. The retaliation that he fears and that he sees will never touch him. For although he believes in it, the Holy Spirit knows it is not true. The Holy Spirit stands at the end of time where you must be because he is with you. He has already undone everything unworthy of the Son of God. For such was his mission, given him by God, and what God gives has always been, and what God gives has always been.
I love that last sentence. That's gorgeous.
Mm.
Huh. That is very lovely, isn't it?
Mm. And so simple. Like it's so soft and gentle.
Mm.
And what
Hold
God
on,
will
Carly. Don't
always
advance
be.
it yet.
Okay. I don't know how you get it so you can see all three of us down the side. If I
Oh,
have
There's
this
a
is
this.
fine. This is kind of
there's,
perfect, I think.
Okay.
there is a button, well, on my phone anyway, that's got 9 squares in a box,
Yeah.
and that
I'll give
well,
that a
that
go.
switches to
Oh, there
the
we go. Hello. Move that there. Okay. I'm happy with that. Thank you, Linda.
This is a long sentence here.
Which sentence is that, Gary?
Yeah, what are you
Uh,
writing?
I'm writing the one, He is with you. He has already undone everything unworthy of the Son of God. Of the Son of God. For such was his mission. Such was his mission. I'm sorry, I don't mean to hold everybody up. If someone could
No,
read
that's
number
fine.
5 while I'm doing this,
Oh,
we
yeah.
can do that.
I can do that. You will see me as you learn the Son of God is guiltless. He has always sought his guiltness, and he has found it. For everyone is seeking to escape from the prison he has made, and the way to find release is not denied him. Being in him, he has found it. Sorry, I've got my book on an angle, so I'm going all down to the next sentence. When he finds it is only a matter of time, and time is but an illusion. For the Son of God is guiltless now, and the brightness of his purity shines untouched forever in God's mind. Oh, that's pretty. God's Son will always be as he was created. Deny your world and judge him not, for his eternal guiltlessness is in the mind of his Father and protects him forever.
Mm.
I thought this was going to be a really hard chapter, but it's actually
Mm.
really gorgeous.
Mm.
In that first sentence, you will see me as you learn the Son of God is guiltless. How true is that? Like you see God everywhere,
Mm.
really. Even, yeah, even in those who have fallen into a pit.
I think especially those have fallen into a pit because we never actually really know the purpose of that pit and the ramifications of the consequences of falling into that pit.
Mm,
I was talking to that woman, with her husband having committed suicide, and I said to her, what do you think your soul's teaching itself by having a set of circumstances like this? And she said, I have to be strong. And I said, yes. And this is an incredible example of the preciousness of human life, the preciousness of your breath, the molding that this is going to cast you in is going to be influential for the rest of your life. And you'll remember this lesson as honoring your life and the impact that losing it has on everyone that you love. So really honor it, treasure it, and make it precious to you.
Mm.
She was like, yeah, that's pretty much the lesson. And I'm like, I thought it might be.
Mm. Yep.
So even something as tragic as that, the ripple effect that it has through multiple people's lives
Mm.
is lessons unto itself. We never
Yeah.
know how far that ripple effect will go.
Mm.
We call one thing bad and evil, but in the ultimate scheme of life, is it? Or is it just one more opportunity to further learn through the world around us?
And I'm going with the latter for myself
I'm,
personally. I think it's very
I'm
much about the
definitely going with
lessons.
that.
Mm.
It has to be. Because
Mm.
ultimately, I think, we're all one. And the lesson, for all of us is fundamentally the same. It's not different. I think we're meant to be angels on the planet. I know we're meant to extend the consciousness of seeing God in every living thing. And in that, we offer grace and we offer heaven to people.
Mm.
But when we judge them, condemn them, and separate them off, it's just the polar opposite of what Christ taught.
Yeah.
Absolute polar opposite.
Yeah.
Oh, am I up again? Or Linda, are you up? Who's up to read? I think I
I
am.
think you are, Gary.
I think I am.
On number 6, is that right?
There we
Yes,
go.
correct.
When you've accepted the atonement for yourself, you will realize there is no guilt in God's Son. And only as you look upon him as guiltless can you understand his oneness. For the idea of guilt brings a belief in condemnation of one by another, projecting separation in place of unity. You can condemn only yourself, and by so doing, you cannot know that you are God's son. You have denied the condition of his being, which is perfect blamelessness. Out of love he was created, and in love he abides. Goodness and mercy have always followed him, for he has always extended the love of his Father.
Mm.
Wow, that is a beautiful paragraph.
Yeah.
It really is.
Do we have any questions on it?
Not from this end.
Coralie, do you have anything you want to say or?
Um, no, it's just sort of being with it for a bit longer. Because it's, yes, very nice.
Beautiful. Hmm. Who wants to go next?
Yeah, oh well. I think, and I was just highlighting that line, out of love he was created, and in love he abides.
Yeah.
Mm. As you perceive the holy companions who travel with you, you will realize that there is no journey, but only an awakening. The Son of God, who sleepeth not, has kept faith with his Father for you. There is no road to travel on, and no time to travel through. For God waits not for his Son in time, being forever unwilling to be without him. And so it has always been. Let the holiness of God's Son shine away the cloud of guilt that darkens your mind, and by accepting his purity as yours, learn of him that it is yours. That might have just blown my mind. I'm just going, what? There's no journey. I'm all about the journey.
We are the journey, though, aren't we?
I don't
think
know
so.
anymore.
I do you want me to elaborate on that or not?
Yeah, go.
Um, as you perceive the holy, because I think the first line is incredible. As you perceive the holy companions, plural, who travel with you, you will realize that there is no journey, but only an awakening. So it really, life is about a moment where consciousness is aware of all of aware of itself. And I love it that it says the holy companions in plural, which means that there's other blessed and merciful entities around us all the time. That's definitely my belief system. And that in that moment where you become one with that energy, then time just melts away. And it's only the purity of consciousness, of love, and oneness that actually takes the place of the journey, of the perception of a journey. Because if we're on a journey, we're separated by time. But in the moment, when you allow your consciousness to expand to the point to include all living things as the same consciousness as yours, then there's no place to go. And there's no separation and there's no othering. It's simply in that holy instant, you feel one with God and all creation. That's what I think it means. I don't believe that this is really a journey. It's just how long are we going to take to recognize that there is no time and that in this moment we're one with God in the holy instant. Now, of course, none of us can get there and stay there, but I know that that's the truth.
Mm.
At least not yet. I know that that's the truth. What do you all think?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I just keep reading this, the last sentence. Let the holiness of God's Son shine away the cloud of guilt that darkens your mind. And by accepting his purity as yours, learn of him that it is yours. I think that's just beautiful.
Good.
Mm.
Shall we do the next one?
We should.
Okay. You are invulnerable because you are guiltless. You can hold on to the past only through guilt, for guilt establishes that you will be punished for what you have done, and thus depends on one-dimensional time, proceeding from past to future. No one who believes this can understand what always means, and therefore guilt must deprive you of the appreciation of eternity. You are immortal because you are eternal, and always must be now. Guilt, then, is a way of holding past and future in your mind to ensure the ego's continuity. For if what has been will be punished, the ego's continuity is guaranteed. Yet the guarantee of your continuity is God's, not the ego's. And immortality is the opposite of time, for time passes away while immortality is constant.
Mm.
I love you are immortal because you are eternal and always must be now.
Mm.
Mm. Yeah, that's, oh, wow. Mind blowing what we've been reading today, peeps.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Hold on to that one for just a minute.
Yeah.
I knew I was going to find something I wanted to work with. But that one that you just read, Linda, is particularly good.
Mm.
Oh God, I keep losing it. Oh, there it goes. I find that when I practice these during the week, the less it's written, the easier it is for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Definitely.
and always must be now. Okay. Hmm.
So it's about living in the moment, isn't it? Releasing the
Yeah.
guilt, releasing any pain, guilt, any of those, well, the ego's take on it, and just living in the moment, in the present.
Well, I would like to offer a simplification to that, is that our only our only focus is to be in the moment, experiencing, recognizing, and relishing that the light or the essence of the divine is in all living things
Mm.
equally. Equally.
And that's the common thread.
That is the only thread. And then
Mm,
when we're able to do that, we go into a state of ecstasy because then we've never left.
yeah.
I've only experienced it a few times in my life, but um, it's very powerful. That's why sitting in the woods by yourself, hopefully without ticks and fleas and snakes, but when you do that, there's something very, very special that happens because you eliminate all of the distractions of the world and you're choosing to only focus on the miracle of life around you and the animating principles of light and sound and God, literally in all living things.
Mm.
And it can be incredibly ecstasy producing if you stay there long enough.
Okay. Is it my turn?
I think it's Gary's.
Oh,
Okay.
here we go. We're number 10 or 9.
9.
9.
Okay. Accepting the atonement teaches you what immortality is. For by accepting your guiltlessness, you learn that the past has never been, and so the future is needless and will not be. The future in time is always associated with expiation, and only guilt could induce a sense of need for expiation. I think I'm pronouncing that right.
Yeah, I think
Accept,
so.
yeah, accepting the guiltlessness of the Son of God as yours is therefore God's way of reminding you of his Son and what he is in truth. For God has never condemned his Son, and being guiltless, he is eternal.
So what does expiation mean then?
It
I'm going
is.
to find out. Do you know?
I've just Googled it. The act of making amends or showing you are sorry for a wrongdoing, usually
I've
by
never even.
accepting a penalty or performing a penance.
Hmm. I've never even heard of that word before. That was not in
No,
my vocabulary.
no.
So maybe that's where the Hail Marys come into it.
Yeah. And again, the justice system, the past, future thing. So in the future, you've got to do penance for what you did in the past,
Mm.
which we might do to ourselves all of the time.
Yeah. The first line of the next paragraph is really good.
You want to move on to it?
I do.
Okay. You cannot dispel guilt by making it real and then atoning for it. This is the ego's plan, which it offers instead of dispelling it. The ego believes in atonement through attack, being fully committed to the insane notion that attack is salvation. And you who cherish guilt must also believe it. For how else but by identifying with the ego could you hold dear what you do not want?
Yeah.
Isn't our whole society built on guilt and shame?
The
And
whole thing,
fear. Yeah.
Christianity is built on guilt and shame. The whole, well, not, well, all of Christianity, Catholicism, Protestantism, all of it, especially Mormonism, is all based on shame,
Mm.
shame
But
and
isn't
guilt.
that that's a way of control, though, isn't it, Gary?
It
Because
is.
if they have the masses under control, it's easier for them. I'm talking about the they. It's easier for them to control us.
Religion, and I firmly believe this. However, people are going to be really pissed off if they hear this. But I really do believe Christ's teachings were lost thousands of years ago when the Bible was being constructed and put together and edited like crazy, and all the mystical chapters were eliminated from the Bible and put in the vaults of the Vatican, and how Christianity really began to form was, I mean, I'm not a historian, but what I've done in the research I've done is that Constantine was really attempting to square the division between the pagans and the Christians. And when he began to merge the two, what began to happen is that there was just a whole lot of falsehoods around what Jesus actually taught, and infused with how do we control the masses. And of course, you will attach things like lots of different rituals that must be done. Um, they will attack, sexuality, because that is a natural driving force in people. So what better way to make people feel guilty than to attack their natural inclinations?
Mm.
And so before you know it, you had millions of people around the world suppressing their natural needs, being made to feel guilty and sinful, and being told that if you give penance to the church, you'll be forgiven
In a
for
monetary
sins that you
form.
never, then for sins you've never committed, but they created this sort of cause and effect. If you do this, you're doomed to hell.
Yeah. I've
And
been
and
sorry.
well, it's just that then the Catholic Church became one of the most powerful forces on the planet for hundreds of years,
And still is.
and still is. I do
Mm.
love the new Pope. I think he's awesome. I think the Pope before was awesome. So I do believe that there is an evolution in process.
Mm.
Um, but definitely, you know, little of what Christians are worshiping now in the halls of their churches is just a very vague shadow representation of what Christ actually taught.
I've been watching because I love historical fiction, but with all of the actual history in there. So there's some episodes on Stan at the moment, which are the White Queen, the White Princess. So it's following um, King uh, Henry the excuse me, no, King Edward the Fourth and Catherine of Aragon, and then uh, following through with Henry the Eighth and what have you. So Henry the Eighth, as we know, changed religion because Catholicism was it, and then he decided, nah, we're going to be Protestants, and his sister um, Mary, who was Catholic through and through, he told her, no, you can't be doing this. You have to follow the true faith. So you can't be a Catholic anymore. And she said, well, I'm going to leave court so that I can follow what I believe is the true faith. But even the control of that, sending his soldiers to her country home and allowing her to have mass, but she wasn't allowed to promote the fact that she was doing that. And it's like, well, were they so indoctrinated that they couldn't see that God is God? That it was all about this God is a Protestant, that God is a Catholic, etc., etc., etc. I just, it's been really interesting watching it right through because there's several series that I've watched. The one that I'm on at the moment is Becoming Elizabeth, which is Elizabeth the First, um, who was brought up Protestant. Well, once it changed, and she believed that being a Protestant was the right way. So I just find it so interesting that they can change, or your king says you have to be this, that everyone goes, okay, we'll do that then. So to me, that holds no value for any um, belief that they've had. They're just following the person who says this is how it's going to be, which has been going on for thousands of years anyway.
People are led easily.
Mm,
They're led easily. And if you look what's happening in America over the last 8 years, look how easily people were led to such gross falsehoods and told that it was reality. And of course, nothing but a lie. So this is where, and this is also for practitioners of the course, I think it's really important to emphasize that to see what is happening in time and then to not judge it, to
mm,
not condemn it, not judge it. It has a place in the
Yeah.
evolution of history and a place in the evolution of who we are. We have no idea the what this is going to awaken in people. We have no idea.
mm.
And people, myself included, don't seem to wake up unless they suffer.
Yes.
And so, we'll see. We'll see what is going to occur. It's going to be interesting. It's
You
such
know,
an interesting time to be alive.
it's
Yeah.
so interesting that you should say that about people don't wake up until they suffer. I know when I lost my son, I renounced every belief that I had, every single belief.
Yeah.
It was like I'm not being looked after. Um, you know, my go-to has always been the universe in whatever way, shape, or form that is. That I was being protected, being looked after, but renouncing which lasted about 6 months or so, I suppose. And then I thought, oh, I'm being very selfish here. I'll stop being that. Um, so is that does that fall into that category that like do you I suppose after that 6 months I did actually wake up, but at the time it was like a renouncing of every belief, every single belief. So is that an awakening?
Well, what was on the other side of you renouncing every single belief? Because you're not there now.
No, well, like I say, after about 6 months, I came back to the fact that there is a well God, or there's a higher being. There's a such a powerful universal force that I couldn't stay away from that because it's something that I've had in me since I was a child.
Yeah, and I think that sometimes we have to go through a lot of strife that challenges our deepest sense of oneness and
Mm.
that God's in control so that we can greater solidify it.
Yeah,
A lot of times we think that a belief is enough, but it's not. It's the embodiment of the belief.
yeah, which
And
is where
that,
that started from, I guess. Mm.
yeah, and that is where the rubber hits the road.
Mm. Yeah.
Boy, we're at 8:04 right now, gang. We've gone over.
Oh,
We have.
crikey.
So have you picked your sentence for the week?
I have. I'll read mine.
Yeah.
You are immortal because you are eternal and always must be now.
Mm, yeah, that's beautiful.
Have you got one, Linda?
Yes. Let the holiness of God's Son shine away the cloud of guilt that darkens your mind, and by accepting his purity as yours, learn of him that it is yours.
Nice. And mine is, you will see me as you learn the Son of God is guiltless, which is a lot like the one I had last week, but I figure it's worth sort of reweaving and looking at again.
Mm. You know, I picked mine more for my friend that we were talking about earlier,
Mm.
because I, from what you were saying to Gary, and I thought that was just perfect.
Mm.
Well, this was actually a really good meeting we had. I
Yeah,
liked
yeah,
it. Good job, Coralie. Thanks for
yeah,
sending out
absolutely.
all that information and all the stuff because that really helped.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
gang, I am out of here. I'm going to go find Robert and go binge watch an alien movie.
Yay!
Good for
It's
What's
really
the
you.
cool
movie?
because Steven Spielberg's, like they say, it's the best movie he's made in 20 years. It's called, um, what is it called? It's called, oh, Jesus, I forgot the name of it. What is it? Uh, and my mind's going blank on me. Um, ah, it's called Disclosure. And it's about all the information about, really all the evidence around aliens, all the suppression of it. And of course, it's dramatized into a movie, but it's supposed to have all kinds of factual stuff in it. It's going to be so cool, Robert, and I cannot wait to see it. It's going
Nice.
to
So
be
it's a
really,
movie
really
or a
good.
series?
It's a movie. There's a really good series. I think it's on Netflix, but I may be wrong. But it's called Taken by Steven Spielberg. And that
Yep.
has a lot of factual information in it as well. So,
Okay. So
yeah, we're
Taken
super
and
excited.
Disclosure. Mm.
So when Disclosure comes to Australia, jump on it, go see it because it's gonna be something really good.
Is it on at the movies?
Not yet. It's coming out Thursday in two
Oh,
days.
okay. Right.
So I'll be in Little Rock. We're gonna go to a fancy theater in Little Rock and see it there. So we're excited to do it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I'll let you guys know all about it.
Yep. And I'll see if I can find it on my dodgy stick.
Okay. Okay, gang. You guys have a great night.
Love you guys.
See
Mwah.
Love
ya.
you too. See you next
Bye.
week. Bye-bye.
Bye.